Charon's back, so Sentinel has to be back, yeah? I can't hear, I'm sorry. Oh, Lilia got an upgrade. Blue Up, I don't know what you're cooking, but I'm so interested. He fell off the horse. It's giving for those who come after. A lot of you guys wouldn't do it. Oh, I forgot about the tarot cards. That's really nice. If any of these little scrunklies turn on me, I swear to God. Hello, friends and gamers. We're once again just a little bit late to a reverse 1999 patch. I feel like I was valid on being a little bit late to this one though, because at first I put it off because the reverse YouTube channel got hacked and I had things to react to in the video. I know you're probably saying, why didn't you just watch them off Twitter or something? I didn't realize I could do that until right now when I'm sitting here thinking of ways to debunk my own excuses. Anyways, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about it in a second, don't worry. We'll talk about the elephant in the room. So I put it off because the hack and then got really busy. So it was a very busy week. We are gonna watch the stuff for the first half of version 3.3 of Reverse 1999, the campaign's trail patch. I haven't logged into Reverse for a hot minute either. Like I said, I got very busy and I'm quite behind right now. The most recent, like 3.2 ending, basically the same weekend as Steam Next Fest, really was not good timing. But I don't think a Reverse patch has ever started or ended at a good time for me, ever. Heck, when the game released back in 2023, I wasn't even in the state. So like, regardless, we are going to do this patch video, this first half patch video, the same way we did the last one. We're going to go through the version 3.3 trailer. Then we are going to go watch the trailer for Marsha, which I'm so excited for because I've been waiting for Marsha so much. Back when we got Sentinel, I kept making like mentions of like, ooh, she's playable, ooh. But like I knew she was going to be playable because she was playable on the Chinese server before we got her, and there was like whisperings of it back then. I knew she was gonna be playable already, but I was like, ooh, what if? Because I don't like to spoil what the Chinese server gets early on the channel because I know some people don't keep up with that, and it's like they want to be surprised. And you know what? It's nice to be surprised, but I see things from the Chinese server way too often. I knew we were getting Marsha, but my thing with the Chinese server is that I see it from that server, and then I never know when we're getting it because I always forget the time difference on patches, and then it's like a little surprise. So when I saw the 3.3 stuff, I was like, ooh, Marsha! So very excited for this patch, and I did not pull for Broom. So I did throw my barrel pulls out the window. I didn't actually get barrel, but that's okay. We didn't do that many pulls for her. I got Anjanala though, and that's all that matters. Anyways, I got distracted. So we're gonna watch the trailers and stuff, and then we're gonna get in game. We're gonna go through patch notes, shop stuff, do a really quick little trial review of Marsha, because I believe Marsha, obviously she's first half. I was gonna say, I think she's first half. No, she is, because we have her trailer to watch. And that's gonna be the video. Now, getting into the trailers. Before we get really started with this video though, I do have to make note of the fact that, while this particular video is not sponsored, I am a partner creator with Blue Up and Reverse 1999, but I am a partner creator and will be receiving compensation for this video. So, before we get into the rest of it though, we gotta talk about the hack. So, I don't want to spend a ton of time on this because it has been resolved, but if you thought you saw dubious content on the Reverse 1999 YouTube channel like a week or so ago, you probably did. They got it taken care of. Everything's fine. But I was putting off my video because I know I watched the trailers in my video. The reactions are part of the patch video. And so I was like, well, we could watch them on Twitter, but Twitter eats the quality. Like, you think YouTube eats the quality of a video? Absolutely. Twitter's so much worse. It's so bad over there. It's so bad, I don't even think spending money can fix it. It's just bad, and it always has been. That's not like a thing that changed when they did the name change or the ownership change or anything. No, it's always been bad. So, I've been on Twitter since 2011. I would know. It's always been bad. Anyways, we finally have the channel back. We're gonna watch the 3.3 trailer. In the last patch video, we did stick around for the back half of the trailer where they go over all the events and stuff. I think we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna go through patch notes and things. So we're just gonna watch the trailer here. Cool? Cool. Maybe we'll watch the characters as well. Yeah, no, I always debate on it. We're just gonna watch the whole thing. Forget it. I do this every time. 5 minutes of trailer. Let's go. Let me change the volume as well. Didn't check on that. Should I move the bot? Give me a second. We'll restart it. Because when I was editing the last one, I was like, I'm covering a lot of that trailer. Okay, redo. Let's try again. 3.3 trailer. I know, like, I would assume Sentinel's in this one, yeah? I just love Sentinel and Marsha. Those are my girls, all right? I love them, and I would like to see them interact.
Like Igor is waiting for us there.
Igor is the other character we're getting in this patch. I'm not as interested in Igor. I don't know what the general consensus on that is, but I feel like I've seen more hype for Marsha than Igor. They're my girl. Oh, Charon's back, so Sentinel has to be back, yeah?
So much killing.
Ugh, it's Charon.
Haven't you had enough?
I wanted Charon so bad, but I didn't get him. Ooh.
You may hide from this battle,
Okay.
but what about the storm?
Oh, so that's that's Marsha. Who is this? A new character? Is this one of the characters from last patch? I didn't play enough of last patch to know.
Soldiers call this land their home.
Ooh.
Eager to see it after the storm.
I wish that the audio was like mastered better. Does that make sense?
But we don't belong to this era.
They don't belong to this what? I can't hear. I'm sorry. I don't know who these characters are.
I can show you what
One of them is probably Igor, yeah?
type keeper.
Why?
Yeah, no, it was. Oh! Okay, so I'm assuming that's Igor. Also, is this a main story update? Because Veritan's in it, and usually if it's a side event. Well, Veritan has been in side events. Okay, so maybe it is. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But Lilia got an upgrade. Oh my god. Wait, I kind of love her outfit redo, I guess. Basically, she just looks like older, which is really cool. Because when we start the story for Reverse, you start with the characters like quite young. I believe they're all like almost like fresh out of high school. Because that's what the foundation is. It's essentially high school. Veritan's like 16, 17. Same thing with Lilia, same thing with Sonetto. So it's interesting now that we're going on year 3 of the global release. Like in October of this year, it'll be the 3rd anniversary of Reverse globally. I don't know what time the like Chinese anniversary, because there's a difference. The Chinese server went up before the global server. I don't know when their anniversary is, but that also does take place this year. So we're hitting the 3rd year across all servers. It just is happening at different times. So it's really cool to see like if there is like if the timeline is going the same it was in relation to like a real life timeline. So like say it's 3 years. Then if they're all like, say, we'll just use if they're all like 16, 17, they'd all be like 19, 20 now, which is still quite young considering the horrors they have been through and continue to go through in this game. But it is so interesting to see like a aged up, like mildly aged up model, you know, like to see her hair. I forget Lilia's actual hair length, but I would love if they released this as some sort of like outfit in game, or heck, even did like a special model like other gacha games do, just release another version of Lilia. I'd be so down for that. Because my thing is, I think Lilia is a very fun character. I actually love her in game. In like lore and story sections. Gameplay wise, I do think her kit is a bit dated. So I think it'd be cool to maybe do something with this, maybe incorporate the new outfit, like the aged up outfit in with like a kit refresh or something. I think that'd be so interesting. Blew up like I don't know what you're cooking, but I'm so interested. Aged up character model, even just like by a couple years, opens so many windows. I'm so intrigued by that. Okay, so that's Igor. That has to be Igor. The model's too nice. You know, like it's too detailed. He's got a moving hand. It isn't about the bloodshed, he says. So that's Charon and his friend, right? Is that Charon's friend? Oh, speaking of Sonetto, there she is. And Marsha. Is that Charon on the horse? Because Charon, refresher for anyone who, yeah, that is Charon. Refresher for anyone who is just tuning in or forgot, Charon is a Greek mythological figure that is the ferryman of the dead. He does a very similar purpose in Reverse for the World War arc. Very similar purpose. He like helps people cross over. So him coming in like headless horseman style, he has his head, but like ominously from out far out in the wilds. Sick as hell shot. But what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What's that supposed to Did he just... He fell off the horse. Beautiful water animation, by the way. I used to use water and how it's animated in a game as a... Like, that was one of my, like, top 3 reasons to start a game. If the water's animated well, I will look into starting a game. It was like, if I see a good fan art, music in general, just a good music, and how the water is animated. So that's what gets me. So, Marsha, she's so... I love Marsha. I love Marsha. Oh, we have subtitles. Oh, Lily. Oh! Oh my god, stop. Okay, hold on. We have to go through the all the shots now. There's certain characters I want to end on. Because the line that said, I think it's Marsha saying it, but I can't be sure because I don't know what Marsha sounds like yet fully because I haven't gotten game yet. But the deal here is, it's giving Claire Obscure Expedition 33 a little bit, actually.
The ones we love and the future.
It's giving for those who come after, you know? The line is to protect the ones we love and those who come after, and I'm so interested. I think it's...
To defend the ones we love.
It's flashing, because is this supposed to be Sentinel? Is this supposed to be like a young Sentinel? And this is the Sentinel that Marsha remembers, even though I think that they're like together in 3.0, because that was 3.0. It was either 3.0 or 3.1. That was the world. Was it World War I? Yeah, it's World War I. The World War I patch was either 3.0 or 3.1. The Sentinel patch, right? I don't remember. I think it might have been 3.1 now that I think about it. I don't remember. Regardless, it's basically flashing between a character, and I'm assuming the one they love and for those who come after. Am I going to keep referencing that during this patch? I might have to. Especially because, at the very least, I'm pretty sure Marsha's French.
The future.
Because then we have Lilia and Igor, but I don't know. I don't think it's flashing between the character and the one they love, but we do have a very interesting dichotomy coming up. Because there's Sinetto that then flashes to Verton's mom, and then there's Verton. So there's something going on there. I think maybe they just grouped characters together. Also, small detail, Lilia on her bazooka in the background makes me so happy. That's so fun. That is so fun. This is gonna be a gut punch of a patch because we're back in the World War I arc, but that's so fun. I did think that Sentinel would be more front and center, but I guess that makes sense because that's the thing with, I'm pretty sure Marsha and Igor were both characters that were originally NPCs in that first run of the World War I patch that everyone liked so much. They made them playable. And this is not a new thing for Reverse 1999. They've done this time and time again, where an NPC character that is supposed to just be like there for the lore is beloved so much by the player base that Blue Epic makes that character a playable character a couple patches later. Happened with Muldir, you know? I think Muldir is getting a rerun this patch. Happened with her. And it's because the characters are usually very well written in Reverse 1999 and most stories are a gut punch. So it's like you see a character like Marsha, for example, and it's like, I need her on my team so bad. Like so bad. So then Blue Epic makes them playable. It's nothing new. But it's so interesting because it's like this patch. I think both of these characters were originally NPCs in either 3.0 or 3.1. And now in 3.3, they're playable. So I'm assuming Blue Epic probably, because that turnaround is way too fast, I'm assuming Blue Epic probably always planned to have them playable. But the versions that were pushed in the first version of World War I were just like a little bit under polished because they knew that they were going to make it. Like the turnaround just seems a little bit uncanny, you know? Not like AI uncanny, but like, did y'all sleep to make that happen? Like, come on. They probably always planned to have these characters playable. Debunking that one a little bit. So, new summonable characters. Let's take a look at this. We have... Is Marsha French? I always considered Marsha as one of the French characters, but maybe she's not French. I'm gonna move the box again, because the character art is always on this side of the screen, and it's always really annoying if I don't move the box properly. I just gotta figure out where the best place for the box is. Okay, yeah, this works. Okay, so Marsha. 6-star Beast character. Interesting that we're bringing back Beast. Oh my god, I feel like for like a whole year, every DPS we got in the game was a Beast character. I don't think Marsha's a DPS though, because she's a medic in the story itself. So if she's not a healer, that's just gonna be whack. Like at the very least, she has to be a support character, right? This suitcase of yours, you carried it through the fires of war, yet inside it is a place of joy and comfort. That fact alone fills me with wonder. That's really cute, actually. She's, you know, I'm gonna pull for her even if she is a DPS, but if she is a DPS, that's whack, right? Like, that just doesn't make sense. Am I going crazy to say that? She's so cute, though. I love her. She's such a cutie. A cutie with trauma. So, did they give Marsha a gun? They might have. Her animations go crazy as well. And then we have Igor. I do like Igor's design. I just like Marsha more, so I'm prioritizing. Also a 6-star Beast character, so both of these characters are Beast. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a full Beast rollout on a new patch, because we've been getting, like, metas that don't involve Beast, and I guess we're back! Silence is the most dangerous sound. Noise can mean anything, but the world is rarely silent unless there is something lurking nearby. I think Igor, I think I'm gonna like him just fine. I missed the first week or so of the patch, and so I am prioritizing Marsha. I have to pick a priority here. I do really, really heavily appreciate the fact that Blue Epic released an old man character. Because a lot of gacha games wouldn't. A lot of you guys wouldn't do it. This isn't the first time Blue Epic's done that though either. They did the same thing with Mr. Duncan a couple patches ago, probably a year ago actually. Yeah, because it was with the Andronala patch, so over a year ago. We get one old man a year apparently. But yeah, 6-star Beast, I probably won't be pulling, but we will check out his kit when he releases in the second half of the patch. He's not out yet though. Would love if this was a full support patch, because the other thing with Beast characters is that a lot of them are DPS units. Would love 2 Beast units that are not DPSs. Would like to see that, actually. Also, I'm pretty sure he's speaking Russian. I should know more Russian than I do. I don't know that much. Oh, we're gonna run with that. All right, cool. Because also Igor's a Russian name. I think it's Russian on the title. I'm not sure. All right, so then our garments, Ballad of the Iron Fortress series. So, all right, we got one for Bunny, one for Muldir, one for Sentinel. So Muldir probably is getting the rerun this patch. I think she's going to standard as of this patch. I feel like she might have. My brain wants to tell me that she was on standard already, but maybe she wasn't. Sentinel, however, there's a very strong chance I buy the Sentinel garment. Because my thing with garments is that I'd rather spend money on garments than spend money on poles, because I like the garments better. But my thing with garments is that I will not allow myself to buy a garment if I don't have the character. And I do have Sentinel. I do think Muldir's is my favorite though, but we'll see. We'll get into this. So we have the one for Bunny. Service fit for royalty. This is a free garment, so this will be obtained through a event during the patch. I'm not sure which one yet, obviously, but we'll find out. I like that her Bunny's new garment is very fitting for her though, because she owns a restaurant and she cooks food, and it's still very fitting. Then we have advanced garment, Idol of the Liberon for Muldir. I think this is beautiful. There's also dates, June 21st for Bunny, and then April 12th for Muldir. Interesting. What is that? What do the dates mean? I love that they gave her daggers. I love a good dagger moment. I do. Little like hand knives. Awesome. The animation also is really nice. I actually really like what they did for Muldir's. Sentinel, however, I'm most excited for. All right, also advanced. By Reflections witnessed for Sentinel, June 27th. I don't know what those dates mean, but I hope we find out. It is pretty. I just want to see the animations. Also, I think they put her hair like fully down. I feel like it was up before. Am I making that up? Maybe I'm making that up. Cute. Oh, I forgot about the tarot cards. Whoa. Forever is too short for Medicine Pocket. That's really nice. I don't have Medicine Pocket. So I'm not going to be purchasing Battle Pass this patch, which is probably necessary. Because I purchased Battle Pass last patch and forgot I purchased Battle Pass. I did get the garment, the tarot card garment with the last patch, but I forgot I just realized I bought Battle Pass last time and did nothing with it. Okay, so I'm not buying it this patch because I don't have Medicine Pocket. That's my rule. If for some reason there's a 6-star selector or something, maybe we'll go for it. New main story chapter with this one. All right, interesting. So chapter 12, which means we don't have a side event to do this patch, which means I can get caught up with other things on my schedule. I kind of needed that time. I kind of needed it. I probably won't be doing chapter 12 this like during the patch because I'm still quite behind in the story, but it gives me time to catch up, man. Sometimes you just need a little bit of extra time, you know? I'm just looking at the art here though, because it lists out all the characters, right? That's how it always is. Also, Sentinel isn't on here, but from doing Sentinel's character story back during that patch, whichever one it was, she's off doing something culty. So still love her, but there's something going on there. Also, she's like on the front line for the first half of that. So like, if Marsha is a medic, I don't expect her to be like on the front line. Anyways, I'm more interested in the fact that it lists the St. Pavlov Foundation and Manus Vindictae. Why does it list Manus Vindictae? All the characters he listed here are not Manus. Why is that there? Manus is involved in the World War I, alternate history World War I plotline though, so it does make sense that they would be there, but there's not a Manus character listed on the starring, which scares me. If any of these little scrunklies turn on me, I swear to God. But we then have In the Name of Chivalry, which is going to be the character story for Marsha, so I need to get on that. Into the Maelstrom is for Igor, which, what is this, a side-by-side fighter? What are we getting with his? There's always a mini game and a character story, right? I'm like, what is that? Muldir's Anecdote also Pro tip, anecdotes, this is like an early unlock, so if you don't do it during the patch, you can't unlock it later with film canisters, so don't go crazy with it. I'm very bad about doing anecdotes because I always forget that they're available for a very short amount of time. So don't beat yourself up if you don't do the anecdote. It's fine. It's fine. More events. And I'm looking at the time I've spent reacting to this trailer, and I might just have to make this its own video. I think I said that last time, though. Should we go back to singular reactions? Probably, right? All right, fine. We're going back to singular reactions, apparently. Anyways, login event. Campaign's Tale Part 1 goes to the 26th of March, which I think there's still time to get that. And then Part 2 starting the 26th of March and ending the 16th of April. And that'll be the end of the patch. 14 free unilogs across those 2 weeks, but not like consistent 2 weeks. 7 days, one half, 7 days the other. Then there's Tides Brewing Misfortune. Join Tides of Thought claim. I think that might just be a login. Special issue on the East, Huanzhou Spring. I think that's again just a login thing. There's no dates on it though. Miracle Mart new arrivals, which I have gone against my own decision. We are just gonna go check out everything in the in this one video because I am lazy. Double analysis though. Double analysis is back. Double drops, baby. Then we have more gameplay. This is like end game stuff. So Syndrome of Silence has new content and optimizations that came with the start of this patch. Tides of Thought, Reveries in the Rain update, new challenge gameplay there. We have 8-Bit Arcade Remix. What is this? Look, there's a pixel critter on your screen. This is actually the event where you can get the garment for Bunny Bunny, first of all. And there's also a little portrait here of Musai, which is actually kind of cute. I like that portrait. Mains Bulletin is back. It always is. Euphoria updates for Anli and Mercuria, which is funny because I have reverse content in my video backlog, right? My editing backlog. And I just started editing the anecdote for Mercuria, the first video. So that's kind of funny that I did not know she got an upgrade in this patch. That's kind of funny. Like, I fully didn't know. Along the Dawn River is the new theme pack for the wilderness. And then that's it. So for sake of getting through all of this in this one video, let us move on to Marsha. All right, the oath unending for Marsha, whom I love. This night's story goes on, not as expected, but by choosing her own way to fulfill her unending oath. All right, let us begin, making sure it's not too loud. So, oh, she's so pretty. She's so pretty, but so traumatized. That's so unfortunate. Every character in this game is traumatized. I don't know what I expected. Oh, God. Not the tilt.
Sacrifice.
Oh, and the ball turning into the helmet. Listen, Blueup's got to pull out the 3D rendering every now and again. Once a patch. That was it for this patch. And it was actually really good.
That was one certainty.
The shot that they used it for was like a very like, oh, great.
Until I saw
The little child to play toy, the ball, turned into a knight's helmet. Also, I think they're still using 3D.
there are no weapons fit
Gosh.
to bring us glory. Fulfilled your duty.
There are no weapons fit to bring us glory, she says.
Rest in peace.
Oh, God. I feel like the lore and, like, the things that they're gonna, like, dive into and kind of dissect, the concepts they're gonna dissect with Marsha are gonna be very interesting. And I'm probably gonna have a lot to say during her character story. So,
You're my enemy.
Oh, and she's like, because she's like a war medic, right?
Need to stop.
And this is somebody from the other side, and she's still helping them, which I think that was actually quite common during like actual war times. Is because we've talked about war crimes here before, right? Hypothetical war crimes. I think like some of those things that's just like on the war crimes list, because there's a list of things that constitute war crimes. One of them I think is like if you take someone who is like defenseless because you attacked them and then attack them again, that's a war crime. Like what were they gonna do? They're like brink of death and you're like, hit them again. I'm not referencing any one particular issue here, but like I'm pretty sure that's a war crime. Marsha, however, has taken it one step further and is literally healing people that are not on her same side because she's just here to help people. She has to be a healer, right? Like, I don't know if this was common, but I do know people did this during like actual war times. I don't think it was common though. I think it was like a select few, maybe.
Life is priceless.
Life is priceless, she says, because he asked why she's doing it.
Every life I can from this war.
Oh, God. She just wants to save people. She has to be a healer. Oh, and then we need a night garment for Marsha, please and thank you. Like one that matches Sentinel. That's so cool.
To never give up
I just want them to match.
and to respect life.
I love her. I don't think she's French though, but I love her. I love Marsha. The night gear might be her insight garment. And you can hear like somebody screaming and yelling for a medic.
I'm here.
Like outside the tent, and she's like, she hesitates, but then goes out all cheery. Oh my god. Marsha is my sweet girl. I love her so much. We need to pull for her. We need to get a game. Oh, but even like the text here, the night story goes on not as expected, but by choosing her own way to fulfill the unending oath. It's so interesting how Marsha's story and Sentinel's story are like the same story in a different font. Because the same sort of thing, because that was the thing with Sentinel, she wanted to be a fashion designer. She was going to school for fashion design. The war starts, and then because she's an arcanist, she has this ability to kind of be indestructible. She goes to help the war effort because she sees propaganda posters and is convinced by the propaganda posters. Oh, I'm so intrigued to see how Marsha gets roped in. If she also is an arcanist, and that's like her arcane skill is related to healing and all that, she probably very similar situation. Because there's that shot at the beginning of her, like, the ball turning into a knight's helmet. So interesting. I'm so intrigued to see more about Marsha. Oh my god. Everyone in this game is traumatized. Guess who forgot to update their game again? I could have left this updating on the other monitor the whole time. The encoder's overloading. It's fine. Whoa. Oh yeah, I was like, what's these? It's my Andronala garment that I spent money on last patch. I forgot that the like special fancy advanced garments, I forget the name. What is it? Unique? Is it unique? It might be unique. The unique garments, I forgot they have like a whole like cutscene you have to go through when you open your game. Anyways, let's get in game. Nobody look at my login days for this month because I haven't logged in. All right, what do we got? Oh, it's Welcome Home Cheater event. Hold on, I've seen this enough times. Confirm. Andronala is singing. It's great. Yeah, we still have 12 days left in the first half. This is totally fine. I also like what they did with the login bit. Like this part specifically, the numbered days is like they like condensed it and put Marsha like full body over. I like that. I like that. I will claim my euphorias. I have neither of these characters, so they're just giving me stuff at this point. We're not gonna do the end game. We have the Hanged Man. Okay, you know what? I feel like that does work for Medicine Pocket. I do bring this up quite a bit. I bring it up every time we have a new tarot card garment. The tarot card garments are based on real life tarot cards. The major arcana. It's not lost on me. It's called arcana, all right? Rock with it. So these are actual, like the Hanged Man is an actual tarot card. And this one makes sense. I will say that. That one makes sense. I do love the art though. I really do. I pray for the day we're able to be able to order merch in the US again, which I don't think is coming anytime soon given everything. But, oh, I'm gonna go crazy on that tarot card merch. I hope so. I hope at least some of it is still available by then. Oh my god. I should just, at this point, I should just print it myself. All right. Your long lost friend. Is this? Oh, this is the Welcome Home Cheater event. Like they're having a proper event for it now. So over the entire event, there's 13 days left, 1 Unilog, 1,180 clear drops, a 5-star Psycube, and a 6-star Psycube. I can claim that. What happens if I hit accept? Well, it opens up the notices. Well, we'll reopen that in a second. So is this just like a daily thing? Is this like did they revamp it? A 7-day trip? Is this a revamp on the Welcome Home Cheater event? Possibly, allegedly. It's kind of nice to get like new stuff. Especially because I want to pull for Marsha. I think we'll be fine pulling for Marsha. If you look up here at my 4,000 plus clear drops, I haven't even gotten like the login, not the login, but the maintenance drops and Unilogs. Yeah, we have like the login ones. Like I'm good, I think. Yeah, so there's maintenance compensation, which is 300. Fixed issues is 180, which I feel like it's usually 300. So I guess there wasn't that many issues to fix. Am I making that up? I could be. My cells are capped, over-capped, actually, because I haven't logged in days. The War Room probably got an update as well, I would assume. So if we go to Tactical Telegram, I think I'm on the proper one, but I still have unlocks I need to grab for like the current thing, because I believe this is the most recent reward. What level do we go to now? And like, what's the fancy schmancy? I think it's just building mats. It goes up to 100 now in Tactical Telegram, but it's just building mats, which is like high level building mats. So I do like that they kind of, yeah, I'm on a Flowing Feast, which was the previous patch. So I'm on the last patch, but we still have a ways to go there. What's Relation Network? This is definitely new. Yeah. The Relation Network records character relationships and relevant intel on the campaign's tale. This is something that I thought they were doing and was going to unlock like with the implementation of the War Room, and then it didn't. I thought that we were getting this when it launched, and then it didn't. So there's 3 types of relationships between characters represented by 3 different colored lines, with my box is kind of covering it, so I will say white is friendly, blue is neutral, red is hostile. I would think that blue and white would be flipped. Like blue would be the best one, you know, but maybe not. So we can click on Veritin here and check character intel and detailed relationship networks. Intel updates as the story progresses. I don't know if they just did like a mass unlock for everyone or what, but I thought we were getting this like ages ago. Or maybe I did enough of the game. I'm not sure. You never really know. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but this is the paid tiers of the Jukebox Battle Pass. So the garment comes in collectors, the $10 tier. And then with the, is it $20? No, it's $15. The $15 tier. I was like, 20 seems like too much. It was. You also have the Law of Life portrait here. So yeah, I'm not getting Battle Pass this time around because I don't have Medicine Pocket. Nothing against Medicine Pocket. I love them. I just don't have them in my game, which is totally fine. You don't need every character. Fun fact, you don't need every character. All right, so I do want to open up notices really quickly and just buzz through end dates for things. So right now we have the banner for Marsha. This is going into the 26th of March, which is the half patch date. This is the preview for 3.3, so I want to take a look at everything here and just kind of go over end dates. Let me move the box again. Editing this is going to be a doozy for me. Anyways, so with the main event, this is an early unlock for Chapter 12. If you don't do it during this patch, it's totally fine. You can do it later. Something I have been experimenting with and seeing if I like doing it this way is doing the stages and then going back and doing story later. But I don't think I'm going to do with that. Anyways, the early unlock will be going until the 13th of April. And then the event shop itself is closing on the 16th of April. So you have a couple of extra days to grab anything you would want from the shop. What are they putting in the shop is my question. I think that we need to go to the shop for this. We're gaining wartime coins. Oh, main rewards are clear drops, wartime coins, and Pacrasma gummies. From the Quiet Step is the like checklist that can give you stuff. So that's how you gain your wartime coins, is from the Quiet Step like to-do list essentially. And that will be ending on the 13th as well, so you can no longer gain wartime coins after the 13th. Safe House Supplies is then going to be the shop, with our main rewards being a 6-star Psy Cube, Singleness of the Heart, or of Heart, which is most likely for Marsha, which means I might actually, if I can get the Psy Cube for Marsha without having to do the main story, I will. But if I have to do the first couple of parts of Chapter 12 and just skip the story and come back to it later, I might do that. I might cheese it a little bit to get that Psy Cube, but that also is dependent on if I get Marsha, because I probably have to win a 50-50. I always have to win a 50-50. Apart from the usual stuff, though, there's also some of the new themed wilderness islands in here, and I think that's it. Yep, that looks like it's it. There's Marsha's character story that'll go until the 26th of March. Into the Maelstrom, which is Igor's character story, is going to open on the 26th and then close on the 16th of April. We'll talk about that in the half patch. Fingers crossed I actually do the half patch this patch. Campaign's Tale 1 sign-in event. This is a login event. You get 7 of those unilogs every day that you log in. Or not 7 every day, but like 1 every day, to total 7. With the first half ending the 26th, and then the second half starting on the 26th, same rules. The War Room did get an upgrade, so I was not going crazy there. And it's kind of just, yeah, it's just building mats. So usually what they'll do with the War Room, because we've had the War Room for a couple of patches now, is that they'll do an update that is like, one patch will have like a side cube or something, and then the next patch will just be building mats, and so this is a building mat patch, which means we're probably getting a side cube or something fun next patch. So, which I do like how they do it that way, because it gives players a little bit of time to catch up. Because you just saw my War Room. I'm at the beginning of 3.2, so I need a little bit of time to catch up. Thank you. Reveries in the Rain has updates. Syndrome of Silence has updates. I'm not going to go over all the dates and stuff, especially for Reveries, but if you're an endgame player, go check that out. Tides Brewing Misfortune. Complete main story part 5, so you need to finish chapter 5 in its entirety. I am on chapter 5 right now, actually, so we probably could actually get up to date with this during this patch, which would be great because then I can put all that in the backlog. I was doing the reverse main story entirely off camera, but I think I want to start doing it on camera again because there's so much to talk about. So we're just going to start somewhere randomly in chapter 5, wherever I'm at. But the Tides Brewing Misfortune, it's not a login event. This is ending on the 16th of April at the end of the patch. Oh, it's part of Reveries in the Rain. Maybe we don't want to do that. You know, the main rewards, it's nothing like crazy. I don't think it's worth it. If you're not an endgame player, don't worry about it. Euphoria system for Anunli and Mercuria. 8-bit arcade remix. This is new gameplay, but it is an event. It is an event because it ends on the 16th. And this is actually only going to be taking place in the second half of the patch. It will be opening on the 26th. So we'll actually talk a little bit more about this in the half patch because I don't have to worry about that right now. Mains Bulletin goes till the end of the patch on April 16th as per usual. Moldir's Anecdote is opened on the 13th of March, which actually will be opening on the 13th of March. It's not open yet. I'm recording this on the 13th, but by the time you guys see this video, it will be open, so go check that out. I need to get it on my schedule. I'm happy that it hasn't opened yet, actually, when I'm recording this, because I thought I was super behind, and maybe I would have like a day to do Moldir's Anecdote. No, it's not even open yet. Moldir's Anecdote will be ending on the 28th of March. It does not go for the full patch, or even like a full half of a patch. It's like anecdotes you gotta do quick, and that's why I never get them done on time. Roaring Revelry. This ends on the 15th with the final date for Battle Pass, because this is related to the Battle Pass. I think this is just extra stuff for the Battle Pass. I think they did that last patch too. Double Analysis opens on March 28th, so that's when you can get double Numa Analysis drops. And that'll be ending on April 7th. Special issue on the East is opening on... Oh, this is our preview event. Okay, so in every reverse patch, at the very end of the patch, like the last week or so, they'll do like a 5-day event that basically is just a login event. Click a button and usually get clear drop stuff, and it is kind of just a preview for what is going into the next patch. So this is the preview event for 3.4, and that'll be opening on the 9th of April and closing on the 16th. That is special issue on the East, Huanzhou Spring. Then Marsha's banner with Sweetheart and Click. Not the greatest 5-star selection, but hey, it's there. But Marsha will be going into the standard pool after 3.6. So if you're saving or fresh out of clear drops because you spent them on Barrel or something, it's fine. You can wait for Marsha. We'll take a closer look at Marsha in a hot second though. And then the second half will be Igor. We'll take a look at that then. Ripples on the Water. This is currently open, so I do have to talk about it. This is available for the entire duration of the patch. This is what we like to call a scam banner. Don't pull unless you really have a reason to. But the characters, like it's basically you select a character and pull. So the characters available for selection in this patch are Anunli, Mercuria, obviously because they have the Euphoria update, Glitien, Melania, Isolde, and Calavana. Then Yearning of the Water is a character-specific rerun banner. Oh, and Charon's there. Oh, this is gonna be something I have to worry about more in the second half of the patch because it opens on April 1st and then closes on April 14th. But we do have a rate up banner for Sentinel and Charon. I did think that they were getting put in standard as of this patch. If they released in 3.0, then 3.2, I believe, or no, 3.3 would be their standard date. So I do think, because usually Yearning of the Water reruns the characters before they hit standard pool, so I think they were 3.1. Now that I'm like doing the math in my brain, but this is also technically a scam banner, but I really want Charon, so we'll see with that one. I might cave. World Jukebox, we already took a look at that. Ballads of the Iron Fortress are the garments. We'll take a look at that in a hot minute. And then Wilderness Theme Pack along the Dawn River. And then we are at new packs in the shop. We have an event calendar here in game if that is more your speed. And then we just have all the pickup stuff. So Moldir is also on rerun right now. I believe that is because she was added to the standard pool with this patch. I think she was 2.8. So if the math is mathing right in my brain, then she would get put in standard pool this patch. But there is a character specific rerun, so this is like the scammiest scam banner. Opened on the 10th of March and will be closing on the 24th. So if you do really want to pull for Moldir specifically, I actually think the 5-star selection on this banner is kind of okay. August is fine, that's my son, but I love Desert Flannel, so I'm a little bit biased there. And then everything else is just stuff we've seen already. All right, cool. The Atlas is gonna bother me. Give me a sec. What do you want from me? I think they just added something new. What? No, what do you want from me? I can't tell what they added. Was it the bookmarks? Oh, I didn't get the bookmark. I guess I didn't get the bookmark from this year. Oh, that's the Christmas. What do you want from me? Okay, clicking that did it. Okay, fine. Okay, let me get my cheater rewards and then we move. All right, let's do this. We go summon screen. What order would we want to do this in? Let's check out the bank first. Miracle Mart update. So this is going to be the new suitcase skin thing. And that is going to be 600 strands or 880 clear drops. You can buy it with either. Wet Paint of the Dawn, scrapbook theme. Call of the Wild is a desert flannel garment for 1,360 strands. If this was not a strand garment, and I could use, honestly, I would consider buying this if I could use clear drops. I'm not even kidding. This is gorgeous. I love her. There's the live 2D. Like I said, I'm just extremely biased for desert flannel. Those who run free is the portrait. That is going to be 80 strands or 120 clear drops. And then the building rerun bit is the Shetty Flower Fair boat. That is 360 strands. I think that's a rerun bit, because then we have rewards revisited, which is always the thing. Get you free tickets. We then have the Day to Rest garment for Mesmer for 560 strands or 2,000 tickets. Prophet's presents portrait is 80 strands or 500 tickets. The Lotus Boat building is 360 strands or 1,200 tickets. And then we have our Insight caskets for various prices depending on what level you're gridding. Our garment shop, then, we obviously have the 2 garments from this patch that are purchasable. The Sentinel garment by Reflections Witnessed is going... Is it by Reflections Witnessed or Ballad of the... Yeah, it's by Reflections Witnessed. Okay. That is going to be $9.99 USD or 1,080 crystal drops. And then the Idol of the Liberon for Muldir is going to be the same price, $9.99 USD or 1,080 crystal drops. So in terms of crystal drops, if we go over to Echoes of Rain really quickly, it usually is technically cheaper. If you've never got your double bonus, I think the $15 crystal pack could get you very close, if not all of the price for both advanced garments in this patch. But if not, you would either have to finagle around with the 980 and the 60. Like, you'd have to buy, like, rounding up $16, or if you just want to buy one pack, you'd have to go all the way up to 30. But also the $30 pack without the bonus would definitely if you don't have bonuses, you'd have to like double. It's like $16, yeah? Can we all agree it's $16? Am I doing the math correctly there? Because some people just have like extra crystal drops, especially if you're like a whale, you probably just have them. Like, I have 33 up here. I'm not even a whale. I just got 33. Oh my God, 35. I can't read. Okay, so it's actually would be closer to $17 if you just want to buy the amount of crystal drops, because without double bonuses, the 980 and the 60 does not equal 1080. Does not equal that. It's 1040. So you would have to buy another 60. And that's disregarding double bonuses, because not everyone has those. I just haven't bought any crystal drops this year yet. We'll get there, but we haven't done it yet. So it would actually just be cheaper, because here you can see they do what looks like a discount, and technically it is. But when it's the first run of a garment, they will sell it for $9.99. So technically it is cheaper to just use like direct currency than to buy crystal drops, because this 1080 would be, in order to get it without double bonuses, would be $17. But then you can see here $16.99 is the original price. So getting the direct like currency is cheaper. But then we are let me just a teller machine. That's it. All those packs, and they're not gonna leave me alone. Okay, now we can go over to the summons. Don't look at my beginner banner. One day I'll finish it, but today is not that day. Marsha's banner. Like I said, I don't think that her 5-star selection on this banner, I don't think it's crazy. I honestly probably wouldn't go for it if I didn't want Marsha. Like, I would, if I was on the fence and was using the 5-star selection on the banner to like make up my mind here, I don't think I would pull if that was the situation, right? But then Muldir is also running, Ripples in the Water is running, but I'm focused on Marsha. So I do, because this is something I took out of the last patch video, I want to take a really quick look at what she does. She is a lightning glow support and shielder, so that does make quite a bit of sense. Her ultimate is a mass attack. Her first incantation is going to be a debuff incantation, and then her second is going to be a buff incantation that is Burn and Unspoke. The debuff is Virtue of Restraint, and then her ult is Violence Begets Violence. I kind of love that name. Her passive stuff is then called Humanitarian Aid, and my box is covering where it says that she's a lightning glow support, which is trust, all right? So her passive skills are Humanitarian Aid. Okay. So does she heal is my question. Because her incantations aren't listed as, No, I think she's just a shielder. Because it would say if she was a healer, it would say she's a healer. No, so she's a shielder. Interesting. Like I said earlier, I would have preferred if she was a healer specifically. I think that makes more sense. And I feel like our healer options are extremely limited in the game right now and have been for quite some time. So I think having another healer would have been really helpful, but I get why they did a shielder. I almost think, now that I'm thinking about it, our shielder options might be even worse than our healer options, now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe it was a good idea to make her a shielder. Maybe that was a good idea. Because I know some people don't even use healers. They just use shield supports. So at least she's a sustain unit. That's all that matters to me. But we are going to go over to the campaigns. Is it trail or tail? We're skipping the story. We already watched this cutscene. Whoa, look at that animation. Ooh. Tail, campaign's tail. All right. So there's Marsha's character story. We're gonna go to her survey then and see how she works. All right, so our team here is the Lingering Glow team that is currently running, essentially, that they've been pushing. Unfortunately, this is a very un-free-to-play friendly team, specifically because we have a limited 6-star in the lineup here, which is Beryl. I did not get Beryl, so is it smart for me to pull for Marsha? Probably not. But I really want to run Marsha and Sentinel together, and I've heard that their kits do not work together at all. I'm still running them together, though, because it's very important to me, thank you. Her being a shielder, though, I feel like she, even if you don't utilize that full Lingering Glow buffs that she has, I feel like she'll still be a helpful unit elsewhere, regardless of if it's in a Lingering Glow team. So that's probably helpful, because I don't have any of these other characters on my account. But we have Marsha here as a sustain unit. Then Beryl is going to be here as our DPS. Isolde is here as a sub DPS support situation, and then Flutterpage is here as solely it says DPS, but she's really more here as a support. She's not a Lingering Glow character, she is an extra action character, and this is kind of a Lingering Glow extra action team comp here, so that's why she's here. But we're gonna get right into this one. All right, turn off double. I probably don't need to turn off double speed. If you're new here, the first thing that I go through, that shield also auto procs, by the way. You just have it immediately. Oh my god, I forgot that this is what Beryl does. We'll just add one of each. I don't want to think about this. Confirm. Okay. I'm almost kind of happy because I forgot about that. I'm almost kind of happy that I stopped pulling for Beryl because I don't want to have to plan that out every battle. Gonna be so honest. Okay, if you're new here, the first thing I do when we go into a character survey is I pick out specifically the incantations and things that belong to the new character. We watch those, and then we kind of just go through brain dead comps. I pick whatever is like next in the lineup of incantation cards. That's what we do here. So I don't think Virtue of Restraint, is that one of Marsha's? Hold on, I'm forgetting already. Fun fact, if you forget, you can just go here. Virtue of Restraint is one of hers. Okay, I was like, the color scheme is right. So we have Virtue of Restraint, the debuff. Then we have Burden Unspoken, which is her buff. And then I'm gonna see if there's anything we can get lined up, and there's not, so then I'm just gonna start going down the line. And I'll speed it up after we get through Marsha. So that's Virtue of Restraint. It does some damage, but not really enough to be considered like a damage dealing thing. And then Burden Unspoken is just fully a buff. And then we're gonna double speed it. Not too crazy on the animations and not too crazy on the damage dealt, but we do have her ult here that I want to see next. So this is one of her extra actions here. It's probably like if a character gets hit, she's able to do an extra action, which makes total sense. I also am gonna run that precast, don't worry about it. So there's the most of the damage was done through Beryl's extra action Lingering Glow damage. We have a precast here. I'm gonna take advantage of that. And then we are gonna run the ultimate for Marsha, which is Violence Begets Violence. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna be annoying about it. We're gonna run her ultimate last because I want to kind of build up to it. Or, I mean, if she's the support, we'll run it first. Yeah, forget it. And then we're just gonna start stacking where we can. Let me turn off double speed really quick before we tap into that so we can see that ultimate. We'll do that precast. And then we have Marsha's, ooh, the little like swirly lines in the over there was kind of cool. I do like her animation. It's not crazy. It's not one of my favorite animations you've ever gotten for an ultimate in game. I like full transparency here because I don't have any of the other Lingering Glow team members. Full transparency. If I wasn't so obsessed with Marsha and Sentinel, I don't think I would pull for her. If you don't have any of the Lingering Glow characters, I don't think it's worth it. If you have the Lingering Glow team comp, which I know a lot of people do because Beryl, I don't know. Like, I probably shouldn't pull, Oh, I probably shouldn't pull, but I so want to. We'll look at my pity situation. Because if I need to like build pity or like lose a 50-50, because Marsha's one of those characters where I'm looking at her now and I'm like, if I pulled to build pity on Marsha's banner and I got her, I don't think I'd be mad. But if I lost a 50-50 on her banner and then got to save it for the next character I really care about, I'd be cool with that too. You know, like I wouldn't care either way. Because that's the thing, building pity is a scam unless you want the character like just enough where if you won your 50-50, it would be like a happy time, you know? That's when it's not a scam. Any other time, if you don't want that character, that's a scam. Don't do that. Don't build pity. But it's fine if you want the character. And I'm kind of in that situation where I'm like, I kind of want her because I like Marsha as a character. I want her for vibes and lore reasons, but I don't think I would necessarily be like using her on a ton of teams because I don't have the proper teammates to use with her. I'd have to kind of finagle something. So that's where I'm at with Marsha. So we'll see where we're at pity-wise after this. Very contingent on where my pity's at. But now we're gonna go in guns blazing. So we can stack these. Nothing else is stackable, so we'll hit those, and actually those stack for next round. Cool. Then now we're at the part of the survey where I do brain dead comps. And if it works in a decent amount of rounds, it means the character is probably pretty good. This one's a little bit weird though, because the damage is being dealt by Beryl and not Marsha. So it's like, is Marsha a good character or is Beryl just cracked? You know, like, that's why I'm kind of like, I probably shouldn't pull for Marsha because I don't have Beryl. So that could be an issue later on. So we'll see where we're at video-wise. This team does go crazy, but also Beryl is a limited 6-star, you know, like she's an anniversary 6-star. Like we don't know when she's coming back. Well, we kind of can assume it's next year. All right, there's that precast. Then we're gonna run ults. None of these are Marsha's ults, and then we'll circle back. I have really bad hiccups, by the way. BRB. All I had to drink nearby was my melted lemonade from my dinner earlier. That took me out a little bit. There it is, 4 rounds. That was a very fast clear, but again, do we contribute that to Marsha or do we contribute that to Beryl and Isolde? Like, I don't think that's Marsha. Like, good supports are very important in any game, especially something that is so, like, strategy heavy as, like, a deck builder like Reverse 1999. However, the supports are only good when you have, like, supports are very hard, you know? Supports are very hard to, like, figure out sometimes. Please don't throw me into anything. Cool. Okay. Claim that survey clear drops because we're about to go build some pity. And this could go very wrong or very right, and I'm not sure which one is right or wrong. Okay, we go back to summons. And what is my record here? We're looking for the orange 6-star on here. I lost my 50-50 to Argus back on Christmas Eve. And I am 48 into pity. You know, I could like get a guaranteed Marsha and then keep saving. Like we're kind of at that point. I'll move the box back up so I'm not in the corner. But like, I have a guaranteed Marsha. I'm so curious. I would love to see other team comps, but I think I would have to Google that at this point in time. Because oh, here we go. Recommended teams. So there is a recommended, they have all of Beryl. There is an Argus team. So there is, I mean, I could finagle something together. I'd have to replace, if I was using team set 2, I'd have to replace Beryl and Mercuria. I could pull to try and get a rerun Mercuria, especially because I have enough clear drops, quite frankly. Or I could just kind of finagle something together, which I don't think will be the end of the world. I think I'm gonna pull. I'll figure something out with my Argus. Why'd you take me back here? All right, I even got 11 unilogs in here. Like, so we're at 48. Do you want to bring it to 58 or do singles? I'll bring it to 58, sure. I don't think that's dark enough. Yeah, okay, we got 1 5-star. I also just realized, hi Click, shop reset. Hold on. I might not even have to dip into my, I don't even think I'm gonna have to dip into my crystals. Hold on. Because I think I also had click max, so I have a free unilog there. We're back up to 12 unilogs. We are 1 unilog richer than the last 10 pull. So that brought us up to 58. Do we bring it up to 68 or do singles? Because we're like very close. Bring it up to 68. Make it easy on me. There it is. All right. Hopefully it's kind of like in the middle. All right, that's my free Marsha. Yay, free Marsha! She's home. I wanted her really bad, so like, easy. That I used my 50-50 on her though. I'm gonna regret that later. I know I'm gonna regret that later, but right now I don't regret it in the slightest. I'm chilling right now. Not the greatest 10 pull I've ever done, but Marsha's home. That was worth it. And I still have all my clear drops to flex, so I'll take it. That was worth it. That was a win. Oh, do we want to buy garments tonight? Probably should, right? This is gonna bother me, the event mold that never goes away. Because I was gonna buy the Sentinel garment, but I don't. If I have to log into PayPal, do I want to do it tonight? Because I'm going shopping tomorrow. And my thing is with the Sentinel garment, I don't love it. Like, I'm not obsessed with it. I'm gonna wait for second half of the patch to get the Sentinel garment because it's like I like it, but I actually like her normal garment more. Like, I actually like this look more. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like her new garment is a little bit too like bright for her. It's pretty, but I don't love it for her. So I'm gonna wait on that one and decide later. But for now, I gotta pin Marsha. I wish that we could like pick where the characters are pinned specifically. I want to put them next to each other. Don't separate them. She calls herself a medic. I just want to see her insight. What's the... Okay, so her normal garment is the one with the green cape. And then her insight garment, they gave her a little white cape. And you have pretty arts. And also she has that knight's helmet actually. Okay. They gave her a little bit more armor. And the boots are different. Yeah, they gave her the darker boots. Yeah, I like the darker boots actually. And she's actually wearing like some sort of like military coat here. Okay, so I see the difference. Insight 2 is like her front lines. Look, we'll put her on the front lines. Hold on, let me pop that back open. Yay. Just look at it like this. That's it for this video. Did I move my box to the other side again just for this ending clip? Unhindered insight garment art? Yes, I did. That's gonna be it for this video. I think we went through everything. I think that was it. Okay. And we got Marsha. This was a much more successful patch video than the 3.1 patch video. 3.1? No, the first half 3.2 patch video. But also I did get Anjanala in the other 3.2 patch video, so like that was fine. That was okay. We're kind of on a roll here. 2026 is off to a great start in reverse 1999. Last time I lost a 50-50 was Christmas Eve. I'm gonna go now. That was it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. I hope all Marsha wanters are Marsha havers and that you're having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!